Going in. Cover me, Porkins.
I'm right with you, Red 3.
So, as a lot of you may know, Star Wars The Clone Wars was not aired in chronological order, and an official chronological episode list has been provided by StarWars.com in 2014. However, this list contains a few mistakes, and it surprises me that for an officially released list, these mistakes have been made. In this video, I will show why some of the episode placements are literally out of place when compared with the overall timeline, and I'll do this by showing various clips of the series. If you are still planning on watching the Clone Wars for the first time, I would like you to ask someone who has already seen the show to verify this video for you, because I will go into spoilers. That way, when watching it for the first time, you can use my list and then you'll see the story unfold properly, at least in comparison to what the official list has to offer. I will also provide the corrected list and a link to a PDF version in the description below. This list also includes the correct placement of the unfinished Utapau story reels, the novel Dark Disciple, and the comic Son of Dathomir, in addition to, of course, Season 7. Please note that while I think my list gives you a better viewing experience, it is not an optimal viewing suggestion. For instance, some people suggest to place the episode Massacre directly behind the Season 3 Night Sisters arc. However, my list will only focus on correcting actual continuity mistakes that are currently present within the official list. With that out of the way, let's get going, and I'll start at the top of the official list.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Season 1, Episode 6, Downfall of a Droid, is notorious for its unpolished animation relative to other episodes. It was actually the first episode to be produced, and this is evident even when taking the chronology into account, because Season 1, Episode 3, Shadow of Malevolence, actually has a reference to Episode 6. In it, Ahsoka claims that Anakin does not like her style of flying.
Which one's mine?
You're with me. You'll be my gunner. Somebody's gotta watch my back.
Broadside could do that. Besides, you have R2.
But I so enjoy your company, my Padawan.
Just admit it. You don't like my flying.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just...
Anakin is talking about this maneuver that she makes when she scratches the Twilight during an escape. The official StarWars.com episode guide even confirms this. Anakin's comment could be a reference to this scene, where Ahsoka senses Plo Koon.
Ahsoka, I want to believe Master Plo's alive, but
I know he's alive! I can sense it!
Ahsoka!
But she doesn't actually do anything wrong. While it could also simply be a reference to some off-screen mission, it makes more sense to actually show it on-screen. There is also this comment from Ahsoka.
The enemy warship has attacked our convoy of medical transports near Rindelia.
Medical transports? Only General Grievous will go after clones who can't fight back.
Which suggests that Ahsoka knows more about Grievous than just stories, maybe implying that she faced him and knows of his cruelty. I have therefore chosen to move episodes 6 and 7, which are part of the same arc, up in the list. Narratively, it also makes sense that they first encounter Grievous while he is using more common tactics and starships, and then a few weeks later they face him again in the Malevolence arc when he is commandeering a new superweapon. The rest of the list is pretty much correct until we arrive at Season 2. Here, the Zillobeast arc has been moved forward. I see virtually no reason why this arc has been moved in front of the 5-part Geonosis arc. It was said that the Zillobeast scales would be analyzed in order to improve clone trooper and warship armor, but the actual battle does not show any significant improvement in either. However, episode 19, The Zillobeast Strikes Back, actually has this exchange.
It appears to be one of Anakin's improvised plans.
How can it be a plan if it's improvised?
Not to worry, just catch them when they fall.
A lot of the General's plans involve falling.
Rex's comment about Anakin is clearly a reference to episode 5, Landing at Point Rain, where this happens.
Come on, Rex!
Up and away!
therefore makes more sense to place the Zillo Beast arc after the Geonosis arc, and I have chosen to put episodes 18 and 19 in their original air date positions. In addition, I moved episode 17, Bounty Hunters, to its original position as well. This places it much further into the timeline than before, creating the necessary break that allows the first Battle of Felucia, as seen in the Magic of the Holocron arc, consisting of episodes 1, 2, and 3, to cease before Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka arrive on a more calm Felucia in episode 17. Moving further down the list, we arrive at Season 3. Episodes 5, 6, and 7 are already in chronological order with respect to each other, but Episode 4, Sphere of Influence, has been moved down for no reason at all. This episode should be moved forward before Episodes 5, 6, and 7. The reason is that Ahsoka is seen practicing a Jedi mind trick in Episode 4, and she then uses it more confidently in Episode 6, The Academy.
Have you done this before? No, but I've been practicing.
The detention block is close to visitors. Move along.
You will let me pass.
I will let you pass. What are you doing?
I must interrogate the Duchess.
You must interrogate the Duchess.
The official StarWars.com episode guide again confirms this. All in all, I have chosen to place Season 3 episodes 4 through 7 in their original airing slots. The placement of Episode 2, ARC Troopers, may still seem out of place, as Asajj Ventress is acting as a spy on Kamino in the Season 1 episode Rookies, and she is still there in ARC Troopers. However, in the episode Rookies, the clones thwarted the plans of the Separatists to immediately invade Kamino, so it can be assumed that more time was needed for Grievous to come up with a new plan to attack Kamino. It is canon that Asajj left Kamino and then returned later. I am thus leaving ARC Troopers in this spot.
I didn't tell them to blow up the station!
But isn't it good that the base is destroyed?
Idiot!
The rest of Season 3 is perfectly accurate as is, but then we arrive at Season 4. Episode 4, Shadow Warrior, was actually moved back when the show was airing in order to have a more action-packed season premiere in Water War. However, they forgot to put it back in front of the rest. In it, relations between the Republic and the Gungans are uneasy because of the actions of Rish Lu, who works for Count Dooku. The unease is then solved by our Republic heroes, which explains why the Gungans are so eager to later help the Republic and the Mon Calamari in Gungan Attack, the second episode of the Mon Cala arc. Having the Mon Cala arc before Shadow Warrior creates a plot hole that is about as big as my third chin. Once again, the actual order of events is confirmed by the official episode guide.
This is the second time you should stop in war between us and the Naboo.
And we are grateful, Senator Binks.
In Season 5 originally, after the Onderon arc was over, episodes 6, 7, and 8 would have been the Clovis arc. This arc has been pushed back to Season 6 as it was replaced by the Young Jedi arc, an arc which previously has been shown at Star Wars Celebration 2012. However, it makes more sense to keep the Clovis arc as part of Season 5. The way it is now in the official list, in Season 6, Palpatine reverts back into his older character model and then turns into his updated character model again later. Furthermore, when this happens, his voice also changes back and forth between Tim Curry, the late Ian Abercrombie, and then Tim Curry again.
Master Shakti, it is good to see you again. I trust you've kept this matter extremely confidential.
We are grateful for you bringing us this information, but what exactly can you prove?
Master Sifo Dyas. Forgive me, I'm afraid I am not familiar with that name.
A similar thing is happening with Yoda, though his voice remains consistent, of course.
A personal request of the Chancellor's. My escorting you was, Senator. Died some time ago. He did. On Felucia.
When the Clovis arc is placed in the beginning of Season 5, the change to a new character model, and then later the change of voice actor has a more natural progression, because Palpatine's and Yoda's models are upgraded in the Shadow Collective arc, and they then remain consistent throughout Season 6. In addition, in Episode 6 of Season 6, The Rise of Clovis, Obi-Wan speaks about Satine as if she were still alive.
What are you implying?
Anakin, I understand to a degree what is going on. You've met Satine. You know I once harbored feelings for her. It's not that we're not allowed to have these feelings, it's natural.
Senator Amidala and I are simply friends.
And friends you must remain. As a Jedi, it is essential you make the right choice, Anakin, for the Order.
While the line still kinda works in the context of her already being dead, it makes more sense to place this arc before the Shadow Collective arc, and thus before her demise, as it was originally intended to air. Placing the Clovis arc in between the Onderon and Young Jedi arcs also gives Ahsoka, who is not involved in the Clovis arc, time to heal from her wounds from the end of the Onderon arc. Originally, it was quite jarring to see her fully healed again one episode later, and this new order rectifies that and other issues. So there you have it, my full corrected The Clone Wars chronological episode order. Again, the PDF can be downloaded in the description. As you can see, it appears that quite a few mistakes have been made in the official list. How shocking! I hope that this video has been informative, and I would like to know whether you agree with my reasoning. So please leave a comment and share the video if you'd like. Bye for now, I guess. I have a battle to win.
No, I'm all right.